Hey Scotty, happy 8th anniversary. I just wanted to tell you to keep striving and keep being consistent and, stay with it. Keep going on YouTube. It's worth it when you keep going, and, consistency is a part of that. But stay being you, and I don't know, just keep pushing, keep going, keep being yourself, keep being open to being, you know, different, figuring out different things to talk about, exploring a different part of yourself on YouTube. You know what I mean? Just be open. Just be open and have fun, and like I said, be consistent. But I love you, and I hope that your next anniversary is even bigger and better. And I'm happy for you. I'm happy you're still here because so many of us have left. So I'm happy you're still here. I'm happy you're still standing because you're Mr. Still Standing. But anyway, I gotta go. Love you.
Yes, I know. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, shit 3 days late. I know. I know it is. I know. But let's just get into the review, okay? We're going to go ahead and get right on into it. I don't want to hold y'all up for too long. I got 8 notes. And because this video is 3 days late, my apologies. I'm sorry. Just been going through a lot this last week. I'm going to talk about it later on. Okay, so we're going to open up with Toya and Eugene. Okay, so Toya goes on and on about Contessa, and she talks about how she doesn't feel like her and Contessa will be cool just based on the way that she's handled the situation amongst the two of them. And I just feel like, Toya, girl, just shut the fuck up. Just shut the, what they call the fuck up, because I don't think you're ever going to get it. I don't think you're ever going to get it. I don't think that you're ever going to realize how dumb you sound. I don't think you're ever going to understand how you were wrong in the situation. You were wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, Scott came to your event in place of Contessa. Whether she called you or not, you should be understanding to her situation with her sick father, bitch. That's all I'm saying. You want to sit up here and act like, everything, you want to sit up here and act like she was wrong and everything, but I don't think that Contessa was wrong. I don't think Contessa was wrong. At the end of the day, you were wrong for how you tried to play her. And that's just what it is. So, no. If y'all not cool, that's on y'all. It really don't matter to me. At the end of the day, if y'all not cool, it's because of you. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to argue about it. She said what the fuck she had to say, and that's that. You were wrong, and that's it. And they go on to talk about Dr. G and Quad's marital issues. And my thing about it is, I do feel like Dr. G do make a lot of excuses for the way he's going about it. He was saying how they wasn't doing this, they wasn't doing that, and then Toya was like, well, that's a whole different story from what Quad told us. So, of course, that kind of annoyed me, because I'm not really Team Quad or Team Dr. G at all, because I think they both have a hand in the way the marriage ended. But so many people can't stand Quad that they're just gonna ignore the fact that he went and met with another woman at a hotel and ate her pussy. They're gonna ignore all that. They're gonna ignore the fact that he was seeing a whole nother woman while he was with Quad. Now, everybody's so quick to call her a fraud and all of this stuff. And I read her a couple of times last season. To be honest, I did. But at the end of the day, I just think that she just gets the raw deal in this whole marital issue situation, in this whole divorce. I feel like she does. I do feel like everybody's so quick to point the finger at her and not give her the leeway. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is always taking Dr. G's side, but because so many people don't like Quad, that's what they do. I mean, I guess it's the Memphis effect, because whether Quad or K. Michelle is right or wrong, they're going to always say that she wrong. They're going to always say that they wrong. So I guess that's the Memphis effect. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I'm not Team Quad or Team Dr. G, because I feel like they both did some fucked up things. I think that Quad wasn't necessarily forthcoming with what the fuck she wanted from the marriage, but Dr. G was. Dr. G felt like he wasn't getting what he wanted from the marriage, so he did like Curtis did and went to go seek it elsewhere. That's what the fuck happened. Honestly, so it ain't just Quiet fault. He played a part in the shit too, in my opinion. So Jackie, Simone, and Heavenly, they're all in Miami for Heavenly. And they talk about the dynamics of the group and all of that. And, you know, Simone is just annoying me this season. Like, you know, she's very annoying. And I think that they're all just upset with Quad for dumb shit. I mean, you upset with this girl because she doesn't want to open up about her marriage right now. It's really nothing to open up about. It's her fucking business. So why does it matter if she doesn't want to open up to you guys about it or not? Because I wouldn't want to talk to y'all either. Like, let's just keep it 100. Like, I wouldn't want to talk to y'all either about my marital problems. I just would not want to talk to you guys about it. And that's just the bottom line. And, you know, they act like they don't understand it. But I do think Jackie is more understanding than the rest of them because she just had a marital issue of her own. So she understands. But these other girls, they don't get it. So Quad talks to Mark and Abby. Those were the same people in her, you know, counseling group. And she talks to them about her issues with Dr. G. And she talks about how things haven't been going well. You know, she lived in the same house with this dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, it's just like there's no romance there. There's nothing there. You know, he went out with another woman. And I just can't trust him. And I feel like it's done. I still love my husband, but it's over with. And I saw a couple of people on Twitter saying, oh, she can talk to these other people, but she can't talk to her so-called friends about the situation. My thing about it is, of course she's going to talk to them over these vultures. Because they don't give a fuck about her marital problems. All they want to do is get up in her business. That's just what I think. Honestly, that's just what the fuck I think. They just want to get up in her fucking business and that's just what it is. Of course she's going to talk to people that she feel like gives a fuck. They don't. That's just how I feel about it. Now, I don't like Mariah and I don't like Aiden. But I do love this storyline that they're pushing with Lauren. Like, they took her out to dinner. They talked about the birds and the bees. They talked about boys and shit. And I just think that it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think that it's a great thing that they're doing this. You know, a lot of girls need to have those talks at the age of 14. You know, I don't know why parents sometimes feel like it's a difficult thing to talk about sex. I feel like if you just talk about sex with your child, as soon as they become a teenager, they will fully understand what the fuck they're getting themselves into. They can either get pregnant or they can catch something. It's one or the other. And you know what I'm saying? And I also don't want people to talk to their kids about sex and just completely make it seem like sex is like bad, because at the end of the day, that's another problem. Like, don't make it out like sex is a horrible thing, because it's not a horrible thing. It's just that you have to understand the responsibilities that come with having sex. You're either gonna get pregnant, or if you don't do it the right way, you could catch something. Now, you also have sex for pleasure. You have sex to have kids. But you don't want to have kids at a young age. And I think that's what they need to be pushing, the whole disease thing and the kids thing. But at the same time, I just don't feel like we should be instilling in our kids that sex is this horrible monster, it's this horrible thing. I just don't think so. But I do appreciate the fact that they're doing this. Like, they're showing this. You know, girls are going to like boys, or sometimes girls going to like girls, boys going to like girls, boys going to like boys. Whatever the fuck they like is going to happen. So the conversations has to be had, and she's at the right age to have those conversations. So, you know, Heavenly visits her old home in Miami, and Miami Gardens rather. And it look like it's like a black neighborhood, more so of a low income neighborhood in my opinion. That ain't even me being funny. That's just the way it looks. She talks about her upbringing and how her and her sister never got along. She still don't deal with her sister right now to this day. She said that when she went off to college, she never looked back. Her whole purpose was to get the fuck out of Miami Gardens and never come back. And because of the bad memories that she had back there in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, well, you know, they bullied me in school, you know, my life wasn't the best, and that's why I just packed up and I left. And I kind of see my brother doing it now. because he's gone to college, you know. And since he's been gone, he's only been back home twice. He left to go to school in August. He came back um for a family dinner. He came back for a couple of hours and then he went back to school. And he came back for our high school homecoming about a couple of weeks ago. He came back Friday night. He was on his way back to school Saturday night. And I've seen my brother since because I had to go up to the school and bring him some things. But as far as being in the house with him and chilling out with my little brother, I haven't. Because he doesn't really want to come back to King. You know, because of the bad memories. You know, he told me that when he went to his high school homecoming, it only brought back bad memories. You know what I'm saying? Like, it only reminded him of how he had a horrible senior year this past year. And, you know, I honestly understand that. Sometimes it's painful. He said when he was at the homecoming, he saw a bunch of people that he couldn't stand in school. You know, it was just like, it put him back in his shell. So that's understandable. I totally get it. So, I do get what Heavenly's saying. She was in that house and she never came back. The only time that she came back was when her father died. And her father died in that very house that they went in. And I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So, that kind of made me understand Heavenly a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Because she's always rah, 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 rah. But I kind of understood her better this time around. But she was ready to go. She couldn't take it no more. She was ready to go. So Contessa, she's having this breast surgery. She's doing it for the sake of her kids. She saw her mother deal with it. You know, she saw people deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that she's only doing the right thing for her, and her husband is very supportive. They're keeping it from the kids right about now, but they're handling it the right way. She has a lot of support, and it just goes to show you that she's dealing with a lot of shit, Toya. Your bitch ass issues with her really ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So Heavenly introduces Jackie and Simone to her high school friends, and it's just funny to see her in her element with people that she grew up with, and I liked it. You know, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed seeing it. I really did. I enjoyed every minute of it. I'm not saying that I like Heavenly now, but I do understand her a little bit better in regards to her life and the way that she is. You know, sometimes your upbringing can make you be somebody else. And I can honestly say that I grew up as a timid, scary young boy. And because I was bullied, I got sick of being bullied. And I had to speak up for myself. And ain't nobody been able to shut me up ever since. But all in all, this is my review on Married to Medicine. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to you guys later. Holla.